Merry meet, Tyche family. It's time for another riveting and exciting reading into your future and what the fates have in store for you in the week of September 12th, 2022. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am Priestess of Tyche. I help dole out what's going to come into your future. But remember, it's always up to you to decide how you're going to respond to what comes into your life. Think about it as if you are coming to Vegas and you're walking into a casino. I will tell you where the ball lands after you turn that roulette machine, okay? But you are the one who decides how much you're going to put on that bet, all right? If you are coming back and you've been with us before, welcome back, family. I'm glad to have you. This is going to be a reading for the week of September 12th, 2022. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. All right. What is in store for our fiery Aries today? So I read whatever cards come out for your fortune, but I also channel whatever messages I feel need to be said. Coming from the beautiful Tyche. What does Aries need to know in September 2022? All right. All right, okay. Wow. So we started off pretty strong here. We have the 10 of Cups, followed by the Sun, the 4 of Wands reversed, and the 9 of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is fantastic. What we need to figure out is if it's speaking about love, career, what exactly we are talking about. But I'm definitely seeing really good energy. The Sun, it doesn't get any happier or brighter than that. It's perfectly in line with the Aries personality, that fire sign. The 4 of Wands reversed and the 9 of Wands. I'm starting to think that maybe there is some sort of suburban bliss, either that's being offered to you or that you have, that might not seem as attractive to you as it once did. I don't know. We need to get some clarification here, because how can the Sun and the 10 of Cups turn into the 4 of Wands reversed and the 9? We're going to figure it out. Okay. High Priestess, 2 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Okay. All right, I'm gonna level with you guys here. Just expanding on this, we have the 2 of Wands, which really is kind of looking out into the distance, really trying to figure out what you want to do, dreaming really big. But sandwiched between the High Priestess and the Hangman, I just don't know. I feel like the Hangman is a little bit of you feeling like you have been stuck. And you might not be stuck in a bad situation, but it's one that's definitely not aligned with what you want for your life. Especially with the High Priestess here, I feel like there's some sort of deep intuition or trying to understand your life's purpose, or there's something lacking. You're looking outside of the situation you have now. What I'm seeing is, although from the outside, it looks like you should be perfectly happy, there's something going on internally here. What I'm not understanding right now is if this is specifically speaking about you or maybe a partner that you're with. So we're going to dig into that a little bit deeper, but it definitely looks like whatever kind of situation this person is living at this moment, it's not resonating with who they want to be. Or maybe they thought they wanted to be this person and it's just not fulfilling them any longer, unfortunately. I'm really hoping that this is not a family situation. Somebody's married with kids and they're looking outside of that family, or they're deeply dissatisfied with some sort of suburban soccer mom or soccer dad life. It's what I'm really hoping it's not, but we're going to draw some more cards. We're going to figure it out a little bit, because you never know when the cards start opening up, right? Okay. All right, Aries. This might be a tough love reading, right? I really thought we were starting off strong with the Ten of Cups and the Sun. But I'm thinking whether this is for the cross watcher or my Aries out there, that there's some sort of established situation or established relationship, right? That looks perfect on every front. Maybe you guys are financially stable. Maybe you guys have all of the things that traditionally people say that they want. But there's some restless energy here from somebody in this partnership. And, take it how it resonates. Is that you? Is that your partner? I think it's going to be different for different portions of the watchers today. I did get the Ace of Cups here. And I think that this is some sort of offer outside of this relationship. Unfortunately, I hate seeing this a cup card like this that usually is so happy actually be something that might be a temptation for another couple. But we have 2 Wands cards here. We have the 8 of Wands and then the Queen of Wands reversed. So the 8 of Wands, it makes me feel like whoever is unhappy in this relationship got some sort of offer or temptation from somebody who might be, he's not a king. He's not the King of Cups, right? He might be a little immature, or whoever it is approaching this established relationship and trying to tempt somebody out of it. But then immediately followed by the 8 of Wands and the Queen of Wands reversed means that somebody started flirting and it got out of hand very quickly. And then the Queen of Wands reversed means it took somebody who is really secure and really rooted in their lives and turned that life upside down. So it took somebody who is really sure of themselves and really just sucked that confidence out of them. And I'm thinking, Aries, that this Queen of Wands is you because she really represents a fire sign, and that's you. So whether this is a partner who quickly got embroiled in some sort of extramarital or out of, relationship, if you guys aren't married, affair, and it just took you by complete surprise and turned your world upside down. And then, of course, we have the 5 of Coins reversed. And the 5 of Coins reversed, of course, is that card of being left out in the cold, feeling like you are left to the elements, that the security and safety and warmth that you had before is just taken out of you. And sometimes when cards are reversed, it means the opposite. But the 5 of Coins is one of those cards, really, when I see it reversed, it just makes it a more extreme situation. I'm thinking this is something that has happened. And if it hasn't, it's something that's going to be happening very soon. But if this is something that has happened, let's go ahead and draw some cards on what we see kind of happening in the future with this. All right. Okay, yeah. All right. So it seems whoever was wronged in this situation has some choices. So you have the Moon, the 2 of Swords, the 5 of Cups reversed, and the 10 of Wands. It's really looking like you're going to have to look, or they're going to have to look, depending on who was the one who had the infidelity here, inside themselves and see if they're going to forgive this person and continue on with this relationship. That's really what I feel this 2 of Swords is saying, because honestly, when you have a choice like this, whether people want to admit it or not, right? You have one sword on one side, which means cutting off the relationship and really moving into something new, which is painful. That's why it's seen as an act of cutting something away from yourself. But on the other side is not a bouquet of roses. It's another sword. So even if you decide to stay with this person, it's painful in a different way. It's painful in a way that you have to work through forgiveness. You have to accept the fact that this happened in your relationship to be able to make it work. So it's kind of like, living between 2 hard places, right? No matter which way you go, it's going to be painful. The 5 of Cups reversed here. This card, traditionally, you see the 3 cups knocked over in front of her and the 2 that are behind her. And the 2 behind her are just a way of showing basically that there are still things out there for you, that the world hasn't ended, that there are still opportunities to be happy. But unfortunately, with the Five of Cups reversed, you're not seeing that. You're in the dark shadows of this relationship right now. It's hard for you to see anything positive. You are really stuck in kind of like that despair moment and inaction. I feel like you're not sure what you want to do. And unfortunately, what I see in a lot of relationships like this is when you don't make a decision between one of these two swords, you kind of stick in the middle. And when you stay in the middle, you're just prolonging the pain, right? And you're creating all other kinds of issues. So I think that this is kind of a warning to not sit on this too long and to make your choice up one way or the other if you're leaving or staying, and whatever you choose to really commit to it. I did get the 10 of Wands here at the end, and in this particular deck, she looks very serene holding all of these wands. And to me, that means that she's gathering up all of those issues and all of those problems and all of the things that have made her life tough. And she's holding on to them with poise and beauty. So I think it's in you. If you are the one who went through this. Now we're going to reverse and we're going to do a little bit of the tough love, because Aries, if you are the one who has created this situation by being tempted outside of this relationship, by letting it get way too out of hand, by letting it hurt your partner, and now being in this situation of will we or won't we, it's really showing me a couple of things. One, that you are on the same level as this Knight of Cups here. There needs to be some maturing here. Listen, I'm a fire sign myself. I know what fire signs are like. I know what Aries are like. They're very passionate, right? They get really carried away with things that happened in their life, and things get out of hand. But what I'm seeing here, when we start off with the 10 of Cups and the Sun, you're taking those two cards together and you're choosing to look away from that to a knight. I think that you just need to have some perspective. This is not the kind of energy you're going after. So one or two things. Either you are way too young to make this commitment in the first place. You should have never got yourself in this situation where you were with one person that you promised the world to, as fire signs do, and then you couldn't fulfill that, right? Or if this is something that you really do want, then you need to mature into it and actually do it. Because whoever is the victim in this reading, I'm channeling that they are very sensitive, soft, and sweet. They're a person that didn't deserve this, really. And that, when I'm seeing that in the Queen of Wands reversed and the Five of Pentacles reversed. So somebody in this reading is an asshole. Aries, is it you? I mean, there's a reputation, right? Or is this your partner? Is this somebody that you need to decide that you want to stay with or you want to leave? We're going to draw a couple more cards just to kind of get a little bit of clarity. And we're going to draw 2 cards for if you are the one wronged and 2 cards for if you were the one that did the wronging. Because I think it might be a different story for a couple of my watchers out there. Okay. All right, so I'm seeing over here for the ones that have been wronged, I have the Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups reversed. I'm really seeing with this that you need to take a step back. I think that if you cannot decide if you want to stay or leave, the only way that you're going to know what you truly want deep down inside is if you get away from this person for a while. Honestly, if you allow them to stay in your home or see you every day or be in your space and all up in your energy all the time, they're going to manipulate and affect your decision, right? Maybe if you had time away, you'd realize, I don't even want to be with them. I'm happier without them. I'm better without them. But if they're constantly on you and they're constantly manipulating your energy, you're not going to make the decision that aligns with what you really want and who you really are. So I think that what this is saying is take a step back. It's hard, but be strong. Tell them that you at least need a week or something away from them where you're surrounding yourself with friends, pets, family, people that love you unconditionally, where you can really think through this process without them influencing or interfering in that thought process. And then down to my players. If this is you who made this decision to go outside of your relationship and kind of created a mess of the world. And then, of course, over here we have the Emperor. It's going to be tempting to tell this person and ask this person to forgive you and continue on with this relationship. Because nowhere in these cards does it say you don't love them. And I'm not saying that either. Maybe you really do love them, but maybe you're not ready for this relationship. These cards tell me that there is a lot more growing up and adventuring and curiosity inside of you. You need to go and you need to experience other things, right? Because God forbid, if you weren't married in this situation and you were just dating somebody or even engaged, what if you did get married and have kids and then you did this again, right? So whatever losses that you can cut at this point, it's saying that it might be better if you went out and found yourself and did the things that you want to do that make your little fire heart happy than to go back and repeat all of these issues that you created here, because I do think it will be a cycle until you get it out of your system. That's kind of what I'm reading here. So at this point, you need to look at your situation and decide which one of these people are you and what you're going to do about it. As I say a lot, I am not your mother. I'm telling you what I see in the cards, what your predicament is, and what, the fortunes say will work out best for you. What you do with this message is up to you. I wish you luck. I wish you love. And hopefully you start to smooth out this situation and get a little bit of peace in your life, because I'm definitely seeing some drama. But it's nothing that you can't pull yourself out of, Aries. I mean, you guys are very resilient. Fire signs are very resilient, very loved, very, outgoing. So either way, there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you can find your way out of this. Thank you for coming to the reading. If this resonated, tell me in the comments. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time, Aries. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.